So incremental PC helps us in resolving the problem that we have with big data. So if we wish to implement PC over big data, it can be of great use, because if you remember, I hope that you already know about PCA. So in case of PCA, we are first calculating the whole summary of the whole data set and calculating eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Now the data set is big. Loading the whole data set is also difficult. Like forget about perform PCA over that. So incremental PC works on ideology of incremental learning, that is training over continuous input data set. Something what you can call as an streaming data set. This can help us in two ways. One is that when data set is huge, you can't fit it in your computer system, so in that case, it can be helpful. And also it can help us in the idea of resolving problems due to data drift and concept drift. So you can look about what is data drift and concept drift in my previous videos. That may be helpful. And now there is a function called as memory map mem map that helps us to generate a memory map for any data set, so that whenever we wish to get a small segment of the data set, we don't need to load the whole file. We just can go and fetch that particular portion of the data set using the memory map. You're getting my point. So memory map is nothing but a mapping for a small chunk of data into the memory, so that whenever you wish to load certain parts, you can load the certain parts without calling the whole file. Now, incremental PCA is helping us to resolve the problem with big data. So, how it is doing that? So, what it is doing is, I'm just giving you an overview how it performs. I'm not going into the depth of how incremental PCA performs, because it is out of this blog. The scope is out of this vlog. So, basically, incremental PCA works by performing incremental learning by running multiple SVD decomposition. So, SVD decomposition is again a method for dimension reduction, multiple batches of data. How we are generating this multiple batches using the np.memory map function that we discussed earlier. So we'll be having mappings for all these of all these small chunks of data set in the memory, and eventually we'll running svd decomposition on all these batches of data set, right? And hence we won't be loading the whole data set together, but we will be calculating svd on these on each of these multiple batches. As it is out of the scope for this blog, I'm just trying to give an idea about what does incremental pca do.